Good morning, children. Sit down. Today, in our maths class, in chapter number 4, exercise number 4.4, we are going to see word problems. Last class, we saw word problems, right? We have seen one word problem, right? Today, we are going to continue with the word problem. Are you all ready, children? Yes. So, now the question, I'll read out the question. Just listen carefully. Just if there is any word problem, just read the question 2 to 3 times till you understood the question. Understand? So, third question, the sum of two numbers is 2,05,618. If one number is 96,750, what is the other number? So, question is, the sum of two numbers is, they have given the sum, the answer they have given, the sum of two numbers. When you add two numbers, the answer they are given. If one number is 96,750, what is the other number? How will you find out the other number? So, we know the answer, the sum of two numbers we know, and we know one number, we have to find out other number. In that case, what we have to do? Addition or subtraction? Yes, subtraction, because already they gave the sum. Those, if you add two numbers, the answer they have given, and one number also they have given, and we have to find out the other number. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to subtract. If the sum is given and one number is given, and if we have to find out other number, what you have to do? Subtraction. So now, I'll read out the question one more time. The sum of two numbers is 2,05,618. If one number is 96,750, what is the other number? Shall we start now? So write the statement, sum of two numbers. What is the sum of two numbers? 2,05,618. Now, one of the numbers, what is one number? One of the numbers is equal to 96,750. So, we are going to find out the other number. So, other number is equal to, so what we have to do? We have to do subtraction, right? Shall we do the subtraction now? Sum of two numbers is equal to 2,05,618, and one of the numbers is equal to 96,750. Other number that we are going to find out now. How will you find out that number? We have to subtract these two numbers. Shall we subtract now? Yes, 8 minus, we have to start from the, where we have to start? From the ones place, right? So start from the ones place. 8 minus 0. 8 minus 0 is 8. Write it down. 8 minus 0 is 8. Write it down, 8 here. 8 minus 0 is 8. Then can you subtract 1 minus 1 next tens place? 1 minus 5. Is this possible? No. So in that case, I am going to borrow 1 from the hundreds place. What number I am having in the hundreds place now? 6. So my hundreds place will become 5 and my tens place will become 11. So 11 minus 5. You know to subtract, right? 11 minus 5. After 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 minus 5 is 6. So 6 tens. Write it down, 6 tens. Then move on to the hundreds place. What number? 5. 5 minus 7 is possible. Can you subtract? This is hundreds place. 5 minus 7 is possible? No. So what I have to do? So borrow 1 from the thousands place now. So we are having 5 in the thousands place. So cancel that. So that will become, thousands place will become 4 and my hundreds place will become 1. I'm adding one more to that. What is that meaning? I'm giving 1,000. That means 1000. Already I'm having 500. So 15,500 minus 700. 1,500 minus 700. 15 minus 7. Subtract these two. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 8. Write it down, 800. Now let's move on to the thousands place. What number you are having in the thousands place? What number you are having in the thousands place? 4. 4 minus 6 is possible? Can you subtract 4 minus 6? Again you have to borrow. So now can you borrow from 0? Next number you have 10,000 place 0. Can we borrow from 0? We cannot borrow. So now borrow from the lakhs place. So my 10,000 place will become 10. And from that borrow 1. So my 10,000 place will become 9. And my thousands place will become 14. 14 minus 6. After 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 minus 6 is 8. Write it down. 8,000. Now let's move on to the 10,000 place. What number I'm having in the 10,000 place? 9. 9 minus 9. When you subtract a number from itself, the answer is 0. So write 0. Next move on to the lakhs place. 1. So there is no number to subtract. So bring down that. So 1. So my answer is 1 lakh 8,868. What is the other number? 1 lakh 8,868. If two number is if sum of two numbers is given and the one number they have given, if you want to find out the other number, what you have to do? You have to subtract. So first sum of two numbers is this much, 2,05,618. One of the numbers is 96,750. Other number is 1,08,868. So we have to do subtraction here. Shall we move on to the next sum? Yes. What number should be subtracted from 6,82,357 to get 4,96,576. I'll read out the question one more time. What number should be subtracted? What number should be subtracted from? From which number they have given? From means minuend. They have given the minuend. From which number we are going to subtract that they have given? What is that meaning? Minuend from 6,82,357. So 6,82,357 is the minuend. To get 4,96,576. So to get, what is that meaning? Difference. So we know the difference and we know the minuend. We have to do find out the subtrahend. How will you find out subtrahend? So we know that minuend minus, when you subtract minuend minus, when you subtract subtrahend from the minuend, we'll get the difference, right? Minuend minus subtrahend. What is the answer you'll get? Difference. To get, we'll get difference, right? So we know difference now and we know minuend. What we have to find out? Subtrahend. How will you find out subtrahend? So subtrahend is, so this will go this side, and minuend minus difference. So when you subtract minuend minus difference, you will get the subtrahend. So we saw this in missing digits, right? To find out the subtrahend, we have to subtract the difference from the minuend, right? Minuend minus difference. So we know the minuend 6,82,357. So now we are going to subtract 6,82,357 minus, what is the difference now? 4,96,576. Shall we subtract these two numbers? Yes, write it down in their exact places. 6,82,357 minus 4,96,576. So first let's subtract the ones place. 7 minus 6. So after 6, so we are subtracting the ones place. 7 minus 6. After 6, 7. So 7 ones minus 6 ones is 1, 1. So write it down, 1, 1. Now let's move on to the tens place. 5 minus 7 is possible. Can you subtract 5 minus 7? No. So now I'm going to borrow from the hundreds place. So my hundreds place will become 2. My tens place will become 15. 15 minus 7. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 8. 15 tens minus 7 tens is 8 tens. Write it down. Let's move on to the hundreds place. 2 minus 5. Is that possible? 2 minus 5 is possible. So now I am going to borrow. So this will become 12. 12 minus 5. After 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 minus 5 is 7. Write it down, 7. Now let's move on to the thousands place. What number I'm having in the thousands place? 1 minus 6. Is that possible? 1 minus 6? Again borrow. So this will become 7 and this will become 11. 11 minus 6. After 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5. Now let's move on to the 10,000 place now. 7 minus 9. 7 minus 9. So here what number? 7. Can you subtract 7 minus 9? Is this possible? No. So I am going to borrow 1 from the lakhs place. So my lakhs place will become 5 and this will become 17. Right. So 17 minus 9. After 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Write it down. 80,000. Now let's move on to the lakhs place. 5 lakh minus 4 lakh. 5 minus 4. After 4, 5. So 1 lakh. So what is the subtrahend now? Write the answer below. Subtrahend is equal to 1,85,781. If you know the minuend and the difference, how will you find out the subtrahend? You have to subtract the difference from the minuend. That means minuend minus sub difference. You will get the subtrahend. So next sum. Frame one word problem, then solve to find the answer. So now we are going to frame one word problem for the question. We are going to frame the word problem 23,915 minus 12,640. So we are going to find out the frame the word problem. Shall we frame the word problem for this number? Yes. So now question is 23,915 minus 12,640. Now, so Rahul, he is having some money, some amount of money, say 23,915 in the bank. Okay. How much money is having in the bank account now? 23,915. Okay. So next day what he is doing, he is taking some money. So some money, he wants to buy something. So he took some money. He has withdrawn some money from the bank. Okay. So he has withdrawn some money from the bank. Whether it is addition or subtraction. Subtraction, right? So you are having some money and you are taking something from that. So your money will be subtracted, right? So that is the case. Frame this word problem. Rahul had 23,915 in his account. Rahul had 23,915 in his account. How much money he is having in his account now? 23,915. He withdrew 12,640 from it. He withdrew 12,640 from it. So he has 23,915. From that he has withdrawn some money. 12,640. Whether his money will be added or subtracted. Whether it will be less or more. If you take some money from your bank, it will be less, right? So how much money is there in his account now? How much money is there in his account? How much money is there in his account now? So how much money he is having in his account now? That we are going to find out. Rahul had 23,915 in his account. He withdrew 12,640 from it. How much money is there in his account now? Shall we do the sum now? So money in Rahul's account. How much money he was having at first? Money in Rahul's account. 23,915. How much money is having at first? 23,915 money withdrawn. How much money he has withdrawn? 12,640. He has withdrawn 12,640. Now what we are going to find out now? So money left. How much money is left? Money left in Rahul's account. So if something is a bit left remaining, something you have to going to subtract. Shall we subtract these two numbers now? Yes, because some 23,950 is having in his account, and from that he is taking some amount of money. So his money will be reduced, right? So we are going to subtract now. Shall we subtract these two numbers now? So start from the ones place. 5 minus 0, 5. Now let's move on to the tens place. 1 minus 4. Is that possible? No. So borrow from the hundreds place. So this will become, hundreds place will become 8. So tens place will become 11. 11 minus 4. After 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. Now, so my hundreds place has become 8 now. Now 8 minus 6. So we are going to subtract 8 minus 6. 800 minus 600. After 6, 7, 8. So 2. Now let's move on to the thousand place. 3 minus 2. 1. After 2, 3, 1. And 2 minus 1, 1. So answer is, how much money is left in Rahul's account now? 11,275. How much money is having in his account now? 11,275. Like this you can frame your own word problem and you can solve it. Frame your own word problem and you solve this sum, solve the sums. So money in Rahul's account and money withdrawn. How much money is left in Rahul's account now? So what we have to do? You have to subtract. 11,275 is there in his account now. Now solve the following sums. We are going to follow the following sums. A. 36,129 plus 25,421 minus 22,970. So you are going to solve the sum. See, here in this we have addition and subtraction all together. So what we have to do at that time? We have both addition and subtraction all together in this sum. What we have to do? So first do the addition. So step 1, add the numbers that do not have, just listen carefully. What is the step 1? Add the numbers that do not have minus sign in front of them. So what numbers we have to add? We have to add the numbers that do not have. So if minus sign is in front of them, so don't add that number. So if minus sign is not there, you should add the number. Add the numbers. You should add the numbers that do not have a minus sign. If they don't have minus sign in front of them, you can add the numbers. Just see which number is not having the minus sign in front of that. See, this number is also not having. These two numbers, they both don't have minus symbol in front of it, right? So now we are going to add these two numbers. Shall we add? Step 1 is add the numbers that do not have minus sign in front of it. So we are going to add 36,000. First we are going to add these two numbers. 36,129 plus 25,421. So you know to add these two numbers, right? Now tell me the answer now. Start where we have to start? Yes, from the ones place. 9 plus 1. So 9 plus 1, 10. So it's a 2-digit number. So write 0 here. Carry over the 1 to the next tens place. 9 plus 1, 10. Now let's add the tens place. 1 plus 2. After 1, 2, 3. With that 3, I am going to add 2 more. After 3, 4, 5. So 5 tens, right? 5 tens. Now let's move on to the hundreds place. 100 plus 400. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. Write it down, 500. Now let's move on to the thousands place. 6,000 plus 5,000. 6 plus 5. After 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again 11 is a 2-digit number. Write 1 here. That 1 is carried over to the 10,000 place. Now let's add the 10,000 place now. 1 plus 3. After 1, 2, 3, 4. With that 4, I am going to add 2 more. After 4, 5, 6. So my answer is 61,550. What is step 1? First, we have to add the numbers that do not have minus sign in front of them. So we have added the first 36,129 plus 25,421. Now next step is subtract the number that has a minus sign. So subtract the number that has a minus sign in front of it from the sum. From which we are going to subtract? From the sum. So we know the sum, right? So from this we are going to subtract now from the sum. So we are going to subtract the number that has a minus sign in front of it from the sum. What is the sum now? We know the sum is 61,000. Just now we saw, right? 61,550, which is having minus sign now. 22,970, right? So that we are going to subtract. 61,550 minus 22,970. Shall we subtract these two numbers? First we have to do addition, and from that sum we are going to subtract the next one, minus. So we are going to subtract the number that is having a minus sign in front from the sum. So the sum is 61,550 minus 22,970. Start from the ones place. 0 minus 0, 0. Next tens place, 5 minus 7 is possible? No. So borrow 1. So this will become 4. Hundreds place will become 4. My tens place will become 15. 15 minus 7. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 8. Now move on to the hundreds place. 4 minus 9 is possible. 400 minus 900. So borrow 1 from the thousands place. So my thousands place will become 0. My hundreds place will become 14. 14 minus 9. After 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5. Now let's subtract the thousands place. 0 minus 1 is possible. Can you subtract 0 minus, this is thousands place, 0 minus 1. So borrow from the 10,000 place. My 10,000 place will become 5. So thousands place will become 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Write it down, 8. Now let's move on to the thousands place. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. After 2, 3, 4, 5. So my answer is 38,580. So when you add 36,000, addition and subtraction together, what we have to do? First we have to add the numbers that do not have minus sign in front of them. Next, in this sum, what we have to do? Second step, subtract the number that has a minus sign in front of it from the sum. So my answer is 36,129 plus 25,421 minus 22,970. What is the answer? 38,580. So next, one more sum, B, 75,364, 82,915, 47,698, 20,521. Same here, we have 2 addition and we have 2 minus sign in front, right? So in that case, what we have to do? So first step, same way, first add the numbers that do not have a minus sign. So add the numbers that do not have minus sign in front of them. Which number is not having minus sign? So this number is not having minus sign in front and this also not having minus sign, right? So these two numbers, they are having minus sign in front, right? So we are going to add the numbers that do not have minus sign. So we are going to add the first two numbers now. Shall we add now? So step 1 is we are going to add the 75,364 plus 82,915. Let's add 4 plus 5. After 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 plus 5, 9. 6 plus 1, 7. After 6, 1, 7. 3 plus 9 or 9 plus 3. After 9, 10, 11, 12. So 2, 1 I'm carrying over to the next place. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 2, 6, 7, 8. Now move on to the 10,000 place. 7 plus 8. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is there any number to add? Next one. So I am writing the 15 altogether. So my answer is 1,58,279. First add the numbers that do not have a minus sign in front of it. So second step, add the numbers that have a minus sign in front of it. So now we have two minus sign, right? That we are going to add. See this? See this? We are going to add the numbers. Add, don't forget. So you're also one minus, you're also minus. These two we are going to add now. These two we are going to add. That is the second step. We have two minus symbol, right? So that two minus symbol, that two numbers we are going to add. Add the numbers that have a minus sign in front of them. So these two numbers, they have minus sign in front of them. So we're going to add these two numbers. So 47,698 plus 20,521. Shall we add these two numbers now? 8 plus 1, 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 2, 10, 11. So 1 is carried over. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 5. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1 is carried over. 1 plus 7 or 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1. After 7, 8. Then 4 plus 2. After 4, 5, 6. So step 2 is add the numbers that have minus sign in front of them. So we have done addition. Now third step, subtract the sum of step 2 from the step 1. What we are going to subtract? The sum of step 2 from step 1. Which is the step 1? So we are going to subtract from this number 1,58,279. From this number we are going to subtract 1,58,279 minus 68,219. So step 3 is subtract the sum of step 2. Sum of the answer we got, right? Step 2 answer. That we are going to subtract from which number? Step 1. So that we are going to subtract now. Because we have 2 addition, 2 subtraction, right? So that 2 addition we have added and 2 minus sign we have there, right? That also we are going to add. At last we are going to subtract the 2 numbers. Shall we? Now 9 minus 9, 0. 7 minus 1, 6. 7 minus 1 after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 minus, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6. 2 minus 2, 0. 8 minus 8, 0. 5 minus 6 possible? No. So I am going to borrow 1. So this will become 0. This will become 15. 15 minus 6 after 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 9. So my answer is 90,060. So when you subtract 75,364 plus 82,915 minus 47,698 minus 20,521, my answer is 90,060. 90, 060, 90,060. When you have addition and subtraction altogether, first do the addition, and if you have 2 minus symbol, add that, and at last do the subtraction of the 2 numbers. Next one, home assignment. A wholesale dealer had 7,25,370 pence. I'll repeat it. A dealer had 7,25,370 pence. He supplied 5,77,850 pence to shopkeepers. How many pence he has supplied now? 5,77,850 to shopkeepers. How many pence is he left with? Left means you have to going to do subtraction. Now B sum, solve. 3,45,290 minus 1,06,234 plus 45,781. I'll repeat it. 3,45,290 minus 1,06,234 plus 45,781. Frame 1 word problem, then solve. 8,750 minus 2,375. First frame 1 word problem for this and solve the answer. Frame 1 word problem, then solve. 8,750 minus 2,375. So practice well all the sum children. Do your home assignments. See you in the next class. Thank you.